Hey guys, it's Steven here, back with another match preview. Is anyone else still really buzzing after the Liverpool game? I wish we could talk about that forever, but we have to look forward. And Manchester City tomorrow play Swansea in the FA Cup. A chance for 15 wins in a row in all competitions. And I'm a little bit nervous about this game. I know I say that all the time, but because of the Cheltenham game where we were very underwhelming and eventually got the job done. So I'm hoping that we actually take this game seriously. Today, I'm going to go through the overview or the press conference quotes, try and predict the lineup, go through the team news, look a little bit at Swansea, and then offer up my prediction at the end of this video as per usual. But before I do that though, I want to say thank you to my two latest patrons, John McDonough. Thank you so much to John McDonough, and Ahmed Al Ali, who's got an absolutely huge. Ahmed, thank you so much for a sensational amount of support. Genuinely, Ahmed's gone in top tier, an absolute legend of the biggest order. Ahmed, John, you're a hero, but Ahmed, man, seriously, thank you so much for the support. It means loads. If you want to help support my channel a little bit, patreon.com/Esteemed Company or youtube.com/Esteemed Company/join to become a member over there as well. But don't forget, if you can't do that, just liking and subscribing these videos is more than enough for me. Thank you so much to John and Ahmed, two absolute heroes there. Ahmed, though, absolute star. Reach out to me on social media as well, Ahmed. Absolute legend. Guys, let's get on to the preview, though. Let's start initially with what Guardiola was talking about in the press conference. And, of course, as well, we'll go through that in a second, actually. We'll talk about the meaning of this game. We're still in all competitions at the moment. When we're in all competitions, it means I want to win them all. I know that's really arrogant and all that kind of stuff, but I think we should always aim to win everything. And I think that's what makes Guardiola such a great manager. In my opinion, better than people like Klopp, is because he aims to win every single competition. I know you can turn around and go, well, he has the resources and all that kind of stuff. But I do think, in general, lowering your standards to sacrifice some competitions is a lessening of standards overall. I don't think you should ever treat any game as less important. And I think that's a genuine attitude that Guardiola has that makes him such a serial winner, which makes him win every trophy, most trophies that he goes in for. And I love that. I absolutely love it. So I think we will take this seriously. Guardiola was also asking the press conference about the 14 wins in a row and what's his secret and all that kind of stuff. And he said, I don't know. Quite simply, said, I think about the next game and try to prepare well and no more secrets than that. So basically he said, I don't really know the secret. We just try and prepare really well. He says, I have to tell you the same that happened before, i.e. I'm going to repeat what I've always said. What is the past is just another game. I'm so calm when we lose and the same now. The reason why is I'm thinking about the next game and now it's Swansea. So basically he's saying, what's in the past is done. We try and learn from it and we move on. But we always basically try and prepare well for the next games. There's no more secrets than that. And I think he's always very much focusing on the next game, and he's so right to do that. Guardiola isn't thinking 7 months ahead. He's always very much in the moment, and that's why his players are always so focused, like John Stones as well. There was some news today about John Stones, by the way, about City opening contract negotiations with Stones in the summer. Pep wants him to stay, and honestly, it's such a turnaround because City were genuinely considering letting him go in the summer, so it's mad to think how much he's turned it round. Apparently the talks won't really happen though until the end of the season because they all want to focus on the future in terms of the actual games and all that kind of stuff before they get onto it. But that'll be fine. We'll get it sorted. But other than that, Guardiola seemed pretty content, as you'd expect he would be content given everything at the moment. In terms of the team news, unfortunately, it's kind of as you were. Still no Kevin De Bruyne. KDB is still nursing, obviously, that injury. Hopefully he'll be back soon. I don't know when he's going to be back in training, but fingers crossed he'll be back pretty soon because we need him back. We need you back, KDB. And also, unfortunately, no Nathan Ake still, which is still a massive blow. So lucky, Ake. Manchester City, beforehand, he had no injuries whatsoever. He comes to City and he gets, like some muscle injury and he can't play anymore. Fingers crossed he'll be back soon. And also, no Aguero. Now, Guardiola had this to say about Aguero. He said yesterday he trained at minutes with the group and after trained alone. Day by day, he is feeling better. We train later. We will travel with a team who is fit. We have 300 or 400 players and we'll call some players from the second team. So unfortunately, Aguero won't be involved yet because they don't really see him in perfect condition physically at the moment. So interesting to say, by the way, we'll call some players from the second team. That's interesting to see who'll be involved. Which brings me to the lineup. Now, we'll make some changes here. I can't decide how many changes we'll make. I'm not sure if the Cheltenham game where we were frustrating and we had to turn it around last minute and Swansea are a much better side than Cheltenham. If that'll be like a cautionary shot across the bows or we'll just kind of do what we did and hopefully get it better. I think we'll do what we did and we'll change a lot of players and hopefully we will get it better this time. Zach Steffen, I think, will start in goal for this because he deserves it, really, I guess. Steffen's been in good form. Let me look at the lineup for the Cheltenham game, actually. I can't remember. Cheltenham, Man City. The lineup for the Cheltenham game was... This is the Cheltenham lineup. We had Stefan in goal, Mendy, Laporte, Garcia, Howard, Bellis at right back, Mahrez, Doyle, Fernandinho, Foden, Jesus, and Ferran Torres. So yeah, Stefan started, and he'll start on this one as well. I think the back four will look very similar, but I think Kyle Walker will start this one because he's not played much football recently. So Kyle Walker will start at right back with Garcia, in my opinion, alongside Laporte there. With Ben Mendy in at left back. So I think it'll be Mendy, Walker, Garcia, and Laporte. Maybe we'll see Diaz play. I don't think so, though. I don't think we'll see Stones either after the Liverpool game. That means into midfield, I can see Fernandinho starting this game alongside Tommy Doyle. Another chance for Tommy Doyle to play, and hopefully he won't let himself down. I've got no reason to see why he would. I reckon Bernardo will start in midfield alongside those guys. I'd love to see Cole Palmer, by the way, but I can't really see it. So I think Fernandinho, Doyle, and Bernardo will play. Then a forward three, well, I mean, you'd love to see Cole Palmer once again play here, or maybe Delap will get a chance, you know. It could be that Delap gets a chance. He might be happening, by the way. He might be involved in the squad, but I still think it'll be Jesus for the middle, but with Torres and Mahrez flanking him there. I think those two need some games. Mahrez not particularly crying out for games, but given the fact that he came off early the other day, I think Mahrez will start this one, and Torres will definitely start it. Torres has been a little bit quiet for Torres recently in life, but it's tough for him because obviously City is so settled, and he's new to the team, and he has to kind of prove himself. But he'll be involved in this game. Fingers crossed he gets some meaningful minutes. In terms of academy players, Bernardo will be on the bench probably. Delap might be involved. Palmer might be involved. I can definitely see Doyle involved. Other than that, maybe there's an outside chance for James McAtee or something like that, but I can't really see it past those usual players, I reckon. Maybe Felix Lemaitre might be involved too. In terms of Swansea are a good side, man. They could be top of the Championship if they win their game in hand. They're currently sat in third. And a very impressive run as well. They've run a run of 6 wins and 2 draws in the last 8 league games. And in all competitions, by the way, they are 10 without defeat, winning 8 of those. They got past Stevenage and Forest in the previous rounds of the FA Cup. So they're in very good form, basically. They've got a manager that I didn't really know much about. They've got Steve Cooper. He's a former England under-16 and under-17 coach. And he's had really good experience in the loan market, getting former players. Last year, of course, I think last year or the year before, he had Ryan Brewster, who did really well for him, an ex-England youth player. And I think he's got Mark Aguay. I can't pronounce it particularly correct, but he's a Chelsea lad on loan. He's very good, playing centre-back at the moment. They play 3 at the back as well. Of course, the last time we faced them was back in 2019. That was the game that kind of made like Dan James's career, basically, United, where we went 2-0 down, but then we turned it around, controversially, some would say, because I think we had a goal that looked a bit offside maybe, but we won 3-2 that day. And I think Bert Santolina, he's no longer with the club, by the way. He's gone over to France. He scored as well, and he was involved in that. In terms of how they play, through the back, and Steve Cooper likes his teams to be organised and structured based off what I've read online, you know. He plays through the back, and he basically does like to pass it around. And Swansea do have a history of that, and Guardiola talked about that, actually. Guardiola said Swansea have a tradition of good managers. Laudrup, Martinez, Mr. Potter, which is interesting, Mr. Potter, said, now I realise how good he is, and we suffer a lot when we play him. It's a difficult game back in 2019. I don't expect a different game when we suffered there. I know Swansea are consistent. They score defensively. They don't concede chances. They're solid in formation, and quality to play up front and in the middle will be an incredibly difficult test. We suffered against Cheltenham. I don't expect a different game. Yeah, he's right. They have got some good players, you know, Swansea. Look at their let's look at their squad at the moment. You know, in general, Swansea, they are doing really well. They've got some decent players. They've got the likes of the experienced Conor Hourihane, obviously Premier League experience. Likewise, Andre Ayew. And they've got, of course, Kyle Norton, a very experienced player. They've got some decent players. And they've got actually goal-scoring forwards. Jamal Lowe and Ayew are scoring some goals. Not loads of goals, but they're scoring some decent goals. And they've got an ex-Man City player as well on the bench, Joel Latibaudiere, a former youth player who couldn't quite get regular football here, unfortunately, but he's a good player. He's very much a backup player in terms of centre-back options, but he's a good player. And Guardiola had to say about him that he was happy, was a nice guy who trained with us many times, an incredible person. All these guys from the second team, their attitudes are fantastic. I'm looking forward to seeing him and congratulating him. Yeah, he's doing all right over there, like Bodier. Good on him, man. And in terms of my prediction, I mean, obviously, I'd be remiss not to predict a Manchester City win, given everything, given life at the moment and all that kind of stuff. But I'm expecting this game to be difficult because I feel like we'll change too many players and we'll struggle a little bit. But I think we will get through eventually. But don't expect a fluid Manchester City because at the moment, when you make this many changes in a team, it is always a little bit second teaming. It's always a little bit disjointed. I'm expecting the same again. Hopefully, though, maybe the Cheltenham game was the the wake-up call that they needed. But I can't really see how you can take out Rodri, Diaz, Stones, I don't know, Gundogan and all that, and Foden and Sterling and not have a bit of a drop-off, which I think will happen. But I still think we'll win. I'm going to go 2-1 Man City, and maybe it will be a case where we have to bring in the cavalry again right towards the end and get them back on, the Gundogans and your Fodens and your Sterlings and all that kind of stuff. Maybe Cancelo will be the ultimate kind of substitution once again. But either way, I am going to go for 2-1 Manchester City. I think we'll be okay. We should be all right. Come on, City. I will be doing a watch long tomorrow, of course, as well. It's an early kickoff tomorrow, which is interesting. But I'll see you there, of course. And go check out all my videos from the Liverpool games. It was so much fun. And also now I'm going to chill because it's my Nicola's 7th anniversary today. 7 years. I got flowers as well because I'm such a good person.
Very cute boy.
Where are they? Where are the flowers? They're over there. See them there. Anyway, big love to every single one of you. Thank you to all the patrons currently scrolling down the side of the screen. And thank you so much to John McDonough and Ahmed, man. Ahmed, you absolute fucking legend. Genuinely, what a guy Ahmed is. Genuinely, you're all awesome as well. Make sure to hit the subscribe button if you don't mind. I'm getting very close to 50k now. Honestly, it's flying towards it. This last 1,000 is going very quickly. What am I at now? 49,617. So I need 383 more. So please do help me get towards it. You're all awesome. Catch you tomorrow.